What'd you say? Okay, pal? the top U16 players from Western Canada. Over 200 athletes, coaches, and support staff are competing in this week's event. This game features teams from Saskatchewan and Manitoba competing in the 2018 Football Canada U16 Western Challenge. And now, to meet the teams. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Team Saskatchewan.
Let's go, boys! Let's go! Here we go, here we go, here we go.
There's a flag there.
They're all for today's game.
Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd ask you to please rise as we play the national anthem.
TV. Good afternoon, football fans. I'm Kevin Don. Bring you the action this afternoon as Team Saskatchewan takes on Team Manitoba in this game in the semifinal. The winner of this contest also spotting the fourth game Saturday afternoon. And the loser of this game will play in the bronze medal 3-4 game on Saturday morning. As part of this special broadcast brought to you by Football Canada, I'm joined by Rob Herrick, head coach of the Millwoods Christian Academy football team, who will provide analysis of today's game. And Rob, what are you expecting? This is an all-star game. It's a great challenge. It's in its second year. What are you expecting this afternoon?
Well, I think a lot of good things. I think, first of all, we've got really nice weather, very little wind. It's almost perfect conditions for football, so you're going to see a very clean football game. And with all this talent on the field from these two provinces, I'm very excited to see that talent on display on this beautiful day.
This game features Western Canada's top high school and university prospects. These All-Stars come to Foot Field here on the campus of the University of Alberta, looking to win for their province, have some fun with their fellow players and their competitors, and of course grow their skills through this 6-day event. Team Manitoba in black on the left of your screen. Team Saskatchewan in white, ready to receive. Welcome to Foot Field in Game 1 of the Western Challenge. The U16 Football Canada Western Challenge here. Manitoba against Saskatchewan, and we are underway. Kickoff fielded at the 25. Return up to, return's got room down the far sideline. That's number 24, Justin Park. The Centennial Chargers out of Saskatoon with the big return. Looks like about a 40-yard return, Rob. Nice work by Justin Park.
Yeah, good job of the guys up front, getting blocks, getting bodies on bodies, and that just created space for their little running back returner to make the best of his return, putting him in great field position for their offense.
Zach Zakic at quarterback for Team Saskatchewan. Caden Miller and Park also starting in the backfield. They're the tailbacks. Ball spotted at the 48 now. They come out throwing down the seam, just out of the reach of number 87, Carson Dirksen. They went for it all right there on the first play, Rob.
Well, good aggressive play calling by their coaching staff and setting things up early, knowing or letting the defense know that they have no problem throwing the ball downfield, so they're going to have to be ready. And now we go into
second and 10 now. Zakic. Early movement, flags fly, free play now down the far side, and it's just out of the reach of number 85, Daniel Weeb. Pass intended for Weeb.
Good job with the snap count on the quarterback and receivers, making motion to the line, caused a blitzing DB to step into the neutral zone, which is likely going to give him another shot at this. But what a great opportunity to have a free play downfield. Too bad it was just out of the reach of the receiver.
Offside the call against Team Manitoba. Glad you're along with us on footballcanada.tv. I'm Kevin Donnan, bringing you the action from Footfield, along with Rob Harrod. Pleased to bring you the Western Canada Challenge, U16, 2nd and 5. Now Team Saskatchewan following the offside penalty. Zakic at quarterback number 5, out of the shotgun. Spot the ball at the Team Manitoba 43-yard line. 2nd and 5, Zakic. Little play action and into the flat, and pass intended for number 24, Justin Park, and that pass falls incomplete. Rob, what have you seen so far out of Team Saskatchewan? They've come out and had a nice little drive here and played some aggressive football right off the start.
Yeah, pretty traditional start. They had a balanced formation to begin with, and then that last play was a little bit of trips formation, trying to leak one of the running backs through the line. Good coverage by Manitoba's defense, and making it a really tough throw again, just out of the reach of the running back there in the flat. I think we'll see more aggressive play calling, obviously by Saskatchewan. They're not here to run the ball all day long. I think we're going to see some fun football.
Absolutely. And a short kick here, number 88 for Team Saskatchewan. Aaron Sumacall, he'd like to have that one back. And we'll spot the ball right at the Manitoba 32-yard line, where they will start their first drive on offense. Jordan Hanslip is the starting quarterback, number 12. Evan Hauser-Blake and Negus Lewin, number 34 and number 20, are at tailback. Theo Karahelios and Matt Toyne are your receivers. Handoff straight up the middle now. First down territory and much more. Negus Lewin now has got the sideline down this far side, and he's forced out by number 18. Two big plays by these offenses. One through the air, one through the ground, one on the ground, Rob.
Yeah, great running play up the middle. Again, not just attacking the defense in the heart of the defense and letting your athletes make plays. And when you get to all-star games or you're going to see a lot of fundamental football and just letting the playmakers make plays.
52-yard gain by Lewin. Manitoba now in business at the Saskatchewan 28. Handoff to Lewin straight up the middle. Pickup of about 4.
Again, nice little scat back. This time they clogged it up. They were not going to give up another long run up the middle, and so they were really inside. But you got to watch out for now. That running back's going to see that clog up. He's going to bounce it to the outside, and we saw in the first play from scrimmage, he's got a lot of speed. 2nd
and 6, Manitoba following the two runs by Lewin. 52 yards right off the first play. And a 4-yard pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun now. Play fake, rolls right, throws into the, looking for the open receiver in the corner. It's number 18, Jordan Hanslip.
trying to run a little bit of play action. Obviously, they had success on the first play with the run game, so they went back to the play action, but the defense didn't really bite and didn't give the quarterback time to get outside of the pocket and find a receiver open. There was nobody on the sideline, so he had to throw it away, which is a really good decision for a young quarterback.
Sometimes just getting rid of the ball, not a negative play. Don't take a sack. Don't throw the interception. And we'll line up for the field goal here on third down, and it is blocked by Team Saskatchewan. Loose football. Recovered by Team Manitoba. So the kick by number 9, Sean Green, is blocked at the line of scrimmage. And Team Saskatchewan will take over.
Everybody's excited. Everybody's looking to make plays, whether it's on offense, defense, or special teams. And they came up big with a block and kept them off the board.
Second big play on special teams, of course, the opening kickoff. Big return by Team Saskatchewan. They couldn't convert in terms of scoring on their first drive. And Manitoba comes up short inside the red zone following the blocked field goal attempt. Team Saskatchewan will start 1st and 10.
Well, you never want to overlook special teams. I mean, obviously in this game it's played a big part twice already, and we're just at the beginning of the game. And so any good coaching staff is going to know, hey, you can make plays, you can get momentum from special teams plays like we've seen already twice in this game.
By rule, it is a no yards penalty against Team Manitoba. So it's a 15-yard no yards penalty. Now it's 1st and 10 Saskatchewan from the 30. And there's a handoff going around the outside.
So you had a slot back starting in the left side of the offense and then coming in front of the quarterback. Again, a chance to try to get to the outside with speed. And so maybe not your traditional running back all the time, but they've taken probably the best athletes that came out for these teams. And so they've got athletes at different positions. So you do want to spread the ball around. You want to get all your athletes an opportunity to make a play. That time they're having a chance, trying to get a chance to get to the edge.
Penalty on the play is holding. It'll bring the ball back 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20. So Tiernan Braun, the handoff went to number 6, Tiernan Braun. He was taken down, but there was a hold on the play. Team Saskatchewan now 1st and 20 from their own 20-yard line. 8:40 to go here in the opening quarter. No score. Game 1 of the Western Challenge, the U16 Football Canada Western Challenge. There's a handoff straight up the middle, right into the heart of the Manitoba defense. Plays blown dead after about a 3-yard gain. See if we can get a number on that one. It's number 24, Justin Park, who's already made a big impact on this game already, Rob.
Yeah, and you're going to see a little bit of a balanced attack as Saskatchewan, although it's long distance, they tried to run the ball to establish that running game.
Zakic now back into that hurry up, out of the shotgun, looking down the seam again, and it is picked off. Number 8, Matt Graham, playing center field on that one. Graham made no mistake. Pass overthrown.
Very similar to actually the play they opened the game with down the middle where they threw the ball.
That's after the play. Graham wisely hangs on to the football.
Yeah, you'll see
good angle by our crew there to be able to watch Graham almost recover his own fumble. But a big play here. Manitoba with the interception. Start at the 45. Handoff to Lewin again. The ever dangerous Lewin, who had the big run right off the first play of the first offensive series for Team Manitoba. Negus Lewin, 5'6", 134. Just a little guy, but the speed is right there. 2nd and 6, Team Manitoba. Hanslip now. Play fake. Pass complete down the middle. And that's enough for a first down right at the Team Saskatchewan 32-yard line. Pass complete to number 35, Matt Toyne. Nice pitch and catch there, Rob.
Yeah, I did a good job of getting the ball fake into the running backs midsection, pulling it out and getting the ball. Even if you only get 3 or 4 yards, which they did on first down, it makes their second down pass play a lot easier.
There's the handoff to Lewin again, number 20. Nothing doing. Big play by the defense.
Well, if I was a defensive coordinator in this game, I would say don't let him beat me.
That's right. Number 26 in on the tackle. Big play by the Saskatchewan defense. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Second and 11, Manitoba. Hanslip now, can't find a receiver, finds Lewin, and the pass is incomplete. Coverage on the play by number 20, Lucan. Anthony Lucan.
Another well-designed play, just a little bit of, it wasn't actually play action. Down, Lewin lead down to that side. Unfortunately, he missed him because that's another great way to get a talented running back into the game. Out of the backfield, throwing him the ball. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit high and overthrown.
Manitoba in punt formation, 3rd and 11. And there's the kick away. Angle punt into the corner. Park's going to field it inside his own end zone. And there's the loose football. And Park recovers at about his own 14. Nice special teams play. Number 76.
Yeah, and great punt by the young punter. Angling it to the corner. Good job by the return guy. A couple of things happened there. He needed to get it out. He catches it on the 1. Then the return goes to wherever he gets it. Because it went into the end zone, he was able to get it out of the end zone. It comes out to the 20 to buy their offense a little bit of space to start this drive.
1st and 10 now, Team Saskatchewan from their own 20. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter of the U16 Western Challenge. Team Saskatchewan against Team Manitoba. Handoff left side. Caden Miller out of St. Joseph's Guardians out of Saskatoon.
They had the same motion from that back, from the slot back coming across, trying to draw the defense to the right side of the offense, but it did not happen, and there was about 4 guys waiting for him on the left side.
2nd and 18, Saskatchewan. 2-yard gain for Miller on the play. Zakic out of the shotgun. He'll look, no receiver, and he eludes one tackler, can't escape. That's number 53 for Team Manitoba with the sack. Big play by the defense.
The quarterback is not getting a lot of time. He's trying to roll out there, and there's guys coming in from both sides. And sometimes you will see this in this type of football. The chemistry on offense hasn't really developed with regards to timing, where guys are. And so you kind of see the defense here. Other than a couple plays earlier, you see the defense really taking control of this game on both sides of the ball.
Big play by the Manitoba defense. Team Saskatchewan in punt formation. Bit of a line drive. And that's Lewin. Trouble handling the football. He falls on the football. With 45, Maxwell Bright, the linebacker for the Bethlehem Stars out of Saskatoon. No gain on the play. So Team Manitoba with pretty good field position here. No score in this football game. 4:25 to go. Kevin Donnan along with Rob Harrod here at the 2018 U16 Western Challenge. The All-Stars from BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba meeting for a week of skill development and games. Of course, Alberta is the defending champion. Saskatchewan and Manitoba come in as Manitoba comes in as the 2nd seed in this tournament, while Team Saskatchewan is the 3rd seed coming in. But right now, things are dead even, 4:25 to go. Team Manitoba at the 46. Hanslip's going to go up top now and just out of the reach of the wide receiver. Number 7, Zach Little. Nice. 6'3", 170-pound receiver.
Oh, well, 6'3" at that age is pretty good.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, nice ball thrown to the outside shoulder. I think the receiver just misread it a little bit. Looked like he slowed his stride, and then you could see at the end of that play it just got overthrown a little bit. If he would have kept his stride, he may have had a chance. But again, another typical play that you're going to see in this type of game where you just, hey, you got athletes out there. Let's see who can make the plays. And that was another opportunity for a receiver to make a play downfield.
Hanslip, number 18 at quarterback out of the shotgun, steps up, and he's going to call his own number down the middle. Close to the first down yardage, a good turn and a good open field tackle Number 29, Jace Moles, the defensive back. Nice tackle, nearly first down yardage, short by about a yard, Rob. So if you're Team Manitoba,
I mean, punting now maybe only gains you a handful of yards anyways at this kind of down and distance. The tricky part is what kind of play call do you go with here to gain your yard?
Third and 1 now, biggest play of the ball game so far here in this opening quarter. Team Manitoba goes with Lucas Van Norman at quarterback. He goes loose football on the play. Team Saskatchewan recovers. It's number 23, Jackson Dean. Running back goes, Van Norman goes into the pile. The ball pops loose.
Well, tough break for Manitoba. I mean, the reality is I see the coach over there talking to his quarterback right now, and I think I know what he's telling him. When you go on a quarterback sneak and you need 1 yard, get your 1 yard.
Get your 1 yard, take your 1 yard, and get down on the ground. But what a play by number 23, Jackson Dean. Big play. And we're in a defensive battle here, Rob. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And these two teams battling out here at Foot Field. Beautiful afternoon. The rain has stayed away.
Yeah, and now it's Manitoba's defense's opportunity to kind of hold them in there, not give up a lot of ground here. And again, they've done a pretty good job so far. Unfortunately, between penalties, kickoff return, a punt return, and a sack, that's probably the most yards other than the one long run.
There was a pair of unnecessary roughness calls on this play. One offset, 15 yards up. So Team Saskatchewan now gets even better field position. They'll be at the Manitoba 44-yard line. 2:59 to go in the opening quarter. Zakic at quarterback, number 5. Out of the shotgun, handoff straight up the middle. Good cut at the line of scrimmage. That's number 21, Caden Miller. Let's call it about 2 on the play. 2nd and 8, Team Saskatchewan. And Team Saskatchewan, as you said right off the start, go to that no huddle. That can really wear down an offense too, can't it, Rob?
It can, yeah. If you're not successful, the frustration can build in a hurry.
It's a little wide receiver screen out here on the near sideline. That's complete to number 85, Daniel Weeb. And he makes a nice play to cut back inside, Rob.
Yeah, another great job of just getting the ball down. I think the quarterbacks are coming excited. Balls are flying high, but you see he got the ball down, and the receiver did a great job blocking, got the first man in, and was able to create the space to get the first down.
1st and 10 at the Manitoba 31. Now handoff to the slot back, number 6, Tiernan Braun. And he gets positive yardage, pickup of about 3. 7. Team Saskatchewan. So they tried that slot back, that end around a bit with Braun, and it was successful.
Really well blocked up front, but blocked well enough, and he made a great read as a running back to cut upfield when he had an opportunity to get yards.
Zakic now out of the shotgun, fires. There's Weeb, number 85, and he makes a nice move. Right at about the 18, gets extra yardage. Good play by Weeb again. And the defensive back was playing off Weeb that time, Robin. No mistake.
Yeah, no, quarterback settled down. He's delivering a really nice ball. Starting to pay off, and you can see the balanced attack between running and passing.
Drive continues. 1st and 10. Team Saskatchewan at the 14. Handoff to the inside. Now cuts back to the outside, and a nice open field tackle by Team Manitoba. Caden Miller around the left side.
Yeah, that was a really good tackle. It was the first down, if not a touchdown, if he doesn't get that tackle. So great job, open field tackle. And, you know, when you talk about open field tackling, good fundamental tackling, and being able to do that is one of those critical skills that will be with these kids forever. And if they want to continue to play at a high level, go on to university, go on to the junior programs, that's just the skills they need to learn, and a great demonstration of an open field tackle there.
46 seconds to go here Injury to number 22
Owen Miller, I think.
of Team Manitoba. You bet. Owen Miller, 5'9", 145-pound defensive back out of Sisler. In Winnipeg. So 2nd and 8 here. Team Saskatchewan. Zakic now. Following the injury timeout. Good to see Miller make his way back to the sideline and out of the shotgun now. Looking for Weeb again on that wide receiver screen. Cuts back inside, looks outside, and he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. So a pickup of about 6 here. That'll bring up 4, Rob. So they really there's some chemistry there between Weeb and Zakic on that wide receiver screen.
Of your athletes. I think they did a good job on both of those plays. The first one they ran, he came inside the receiver. Receiver made a great block, and he got some great yardage. That time he actually came inside not only the receiver, but they had a pulling lineman who came out to try to also take one of the DBs out, and that's working on getting numbers to the point of attack and giving him space to run.
And the kick is up and good. So we have our first points of Game 1 here, the semifinal between Team Manitoba and Team Saskatchewan. Team Saskatchewan takes the lead, 3-0 on that field goal. Field goal complete by number 9, Cadiz Tivy of the Holy Cross Crusaders. And Saskatchewan with a nice drive on offense.
Yeah, you know what? And again, those penalties cost them because their defense kind of stopped them on first down. They executed on second down for Saskatchewan, just didn't have enough yardage, and then they ended up giving up the field goal at the end. So again, kids getting excited, obviously excited to be here and play. Got to keep those emotions in check, keep the play between the whistles, not giving up the amount of yards they did on that last series. Before it started, they were already giving up 15 to 20 yards there on penalties. So we'll see if they can kind of settle down. And already we've seen the quarterback settle down a little bit, starting to deliver a little bit better ball to the receivers.
Peyton Lake, number 80, and Negus Lewin, number 20, back deep for Team Manitoba.
Well, early in this game, I know which side I'd be kicking the ball to.
Yeah, and I think we know where you want to avoid, that's for sure. 8 seconds to go here in the opening quarter here in Game 1. Team Saskatchewan with the lead, 3-0 following the field goal here. This will probably close out the first quarter. The kickoff fielded by number 60 of Team Manitoba. We got to mention his name. Those big guys never touched the ball. That's Spencer Calder out of Thunder Bay, Ontario. And, of course, we want to welcome all of our viewers on footballcanada.tv, joining us from wherever you may be across the World Wide Web, as it were, whether you're in Manitoba or Saskatchewan. Thanks for joining us this afternoon from Foot Field. And there's the handoff straight up the middle. There's Lewin now, first down yardage into Saskatchewan territory. He's still on his feet right at center field. Number 20 of Manitoba, not the easiest running back to take down, Rob.
No,
Very impressive.
And he does not want to run out of bounds either. He had an opportunity to step out, probably taking less space. But again, when you're that type of running back and he's not the biggest kid, he may be really, really fast. He's going to have to manage this. Even watching him get back. Then he gets wrapped up, and now you got 4 or 5 guys coming from different directions to take on him.
End of the first quarter. Your score, Team Saskatchewan 3, Team Manitoba no score. The teams will switch sides here following that 14-yard gain by Lewin. He goes to the Manitoba sideline for a breather. Team Manitoba now 1st and 10, just inside Team Saskatchewan territory, right at the 54-yard line as we begin the second quarter. Thanks for joining us on footballcanada.tv and our coverage of the U16 Western Challenge. Handoff straight up the middle, and looks like a loose football. Play was blown dead. Actually check that, number 26. Mike Selant was there to grab the football, but it will be second down. Pickup of about, call it 3 on the play, 2nd and 7, Team Manitoba.
Great job, great football instincts to get on the loose ball, even if the whistle blows or not. I mean, that ball can be on the ground. We need to get it. Good for them not seeing another turnover.
There's the pass, and it's just out of the reach of Matt Toyne. And that'll bring up third down. So Team Manitoba.
Interesting play selection. Again, they're running seams with 4 receivers down. They're 4 seams with 2 on the outside and then 2 guys down the middle. Really tough ball for task a young quarterback to throw, because even as a DB, you typically turn him to the outside and then you're throwing right at his back. And so it's got to be the perfect ball for your athlete to make a play.
Tiernan Braun back to field this punt at his own 20 now. Looks to go to the wide side of the field. He'll now pick up about 10 yards. Good coverage on the play by Team Manitoba. Let's call his name again, Spencer Calder of Thunder Bay, Ontario. The big guy, the big offensive lineman getting down, making a big play on special teams. They start their first offensive series of the second quarter from their own 30-yard line. Rob, we've seen Team Manitoba kind of 3 yards in it, well, not 3 yards in a cloud of dust when it comes to Lewin, but we've seen 2 different approaches here. Team Saskatchewan's been a little more wide open. Team Manitoba a little more bread and butter.
Yeah, you're going to see a difference, and I think you're going to see it balance out of the course of this game. They're going to find out what's working, what's not. You're going to see coaches to start make adjustments.
And a big hit on the far side of the field. Number 51, Maxon Bosk, out of Vincent Massey from LaSalle, Manitoba.
I think the one thing you can take from the long drive that Saskatchewan had, they really did have that balanced approach. And now you see on offense, they're actually changing their formation. They've got 4 guys to the wide side of the field.
4 receivers set to the near side of the field. Check that, the far side of the field. There's that wide receiver screen to Weeb again. He gets into the open field, and he's taken down at the 49. So that's a big 19-yard gain by Team Saskatchewan. And that connection to Daniel Weeb, and he gets out into the open field.
They're really challenging the defense to make plays where they had 4 guys. They're going to leave him one-on-one backside. And again, same formation, one-on-one backside. We'll see what they do.
Nick Pereira, number 56, with the pursuit on the play. Handoff now. Open field now for Team Saskatchewan. There's the ball carrier into Manitoba territory and first down yardage. Gain of 11 for number 21, Caden Miller. So Saskatchewan with throwing the ball to Weed. Now Saskatchewan mixing it up on the run with some success as well, as Miller fights for 11 yards. And Team Saskatchewan will be first and 10 from the Manitoba 49-yard line. So a timeout here called by Team Manitoba. And right now, Team Saskatchewan's offense is clicking, Rob.
Well, and the defense is getting tired, and we talked about it on the last drive by Saskatchewan, a fairly long drive. High-paced offense is keeping those defensive guys running quite a bit. With 2 and out by the Manitoba offense, now you're going right back to the same thing. You've got your defense is getting tired. They didn't really get a lot of rest after a long drive, and so now Saskatchewan's trying to take advantage of that. The other thing you're seeing Saskatchewan run the same play out of different formations, and they're running different plays out of the same formation. And that's something that as a coach you try to do, is you want to have multiple looks to run the same play. They've ran that kind of wide receiver screen out a couple different formations. We'll see if they go back to it again on this drive.
Zakic now following the timeout. Motion now. There's Zakic going all the way. There's Weeb, and it's just off the right-hand coverage on the play by number 28 of Team Manitoba.
Well, that's a very natural progression, right? What have you done so far? Saskatchewan's run that hitch screen. You try to draw that defensive back up towards the receiver, and then you go over top. So a great little play design. We'll see what they can do here on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Zakic now at the Manitoba 49. Tall in the pocket, fires, and just out of the reach of number 24, Justin Park. And that'll bring up third down while Team Saskatchewan gets into punt formation. We thought we'd do a little bit of business, and Football Canada would like to thank their national sponsors, Volt Athletics, Rydell, Huddle, Shadowman Sports, Ambrotech, Avis, Invictus Gloves, Quest Awards, Big Chief Meat Snacks, Choice Hotels, First Down Playbook, Opro Mouth Guards, and the Game Breaker Soft Shell Headgear. So all of the many important sponsors for Football Canada. Here's Lewin now, back at his own 17-yard line. Breaks free, tries to cut out of that, away from that sideline, but good coverage on the play by number 27 of Team Saskatchewan. That's Jackson Geddes of the North Battleford Vikings as he wraps up Lewin here on the near sideline. And Lewin has really been the main weapon for Team Manitoba in this game so far.
Yeah, and Manitoba's going to have to find other ways to, one, get him the ball, but get the other athletes the ball. When you think of a team made up of all your best players in the province, you're going to have a lot of great athletes out there.
Here's Lewin now, handoff around the left side. Flags fly in the Manitoba backfield. That's never a good sign. Pitch around the left, Lewin. Would be a pickup of about 2 or 3, but this one is coming back.
Yeah, and it's always a pleasure to coach teams like this because you take the best 2 or 3 or whatever one athlete from all the high school or all the club teams, all those junior high age kids, and you put them all together. You've got a huge selection of
as
athletes.
A coach,
man,
for a coach like you, you're like a kid in a candy store. you're just you're like it's like playing Madden out there. Here's the handoff back to the live action. Here's Lewin. Boy, you got to love the way he runs. Keeps the legs moving and churning and we've seen him in space and how well he get him out in space, but even between the tackles, he is very difficult to take down, Rob.
Well, and you can see on that play, he kind of just something important running backs need to learn at a young age. They need to learn to develop that trust in their O-line that they're going to get them the yards, and you don't have to break everyone for a long play.
2nd and 14, Hanslip out of the shotgun. Pass complete near side. Receiver taken down. It's number 13, Owen Johnson. Pass complete. Johnson very close. Half a yard short. Going to be close here. But a nice pass completion and a nice run after the catch by number 13, Owen Johnson.
Yeah, and on a 2nd and 15, I think is what that play ended up being. It was a really good job by the receiver to catch the ball, not waste a lot of time, turn right upfield, and know where he needed to get to. Right, he gave himself at least the opportunity. At least the coaches now have the opportunity to make a decision. Maybe a tough decision at this position in the field, but at maybe half a yard short.
And it is a first down. So great play by, like you said, great play by Owen Johnson. Sometimes you'll get a receiver who will try and dance his way or try and fight for yardage by, trying a couple of different moves. Owen Johnson just went straight to the marker.
Yeah, and that's good awareness by a receiver to see that, to understand everything that's going on. And 2nd down, if I don't get this, we're going to have to punt the ball away. So great job, and then even stretching out at the end of the play. You did a good job doing that to get that last few inches to get the first down.
7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Team Saskatchewan up 3-0 on Team Manitoba, and that pass falls incomplete. Pass intended for Theo Karahelios.
So we've seen often these guys going down the seams, trying to keep this free safety in the middle of the field. That time, instead of going down the seam, the slot back just ran like a 5-yard slant or a 3-step slant, delivered the ball actually perfectly. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to hold on to the ball.
We haven't seen Manitoba throw outside a lot. They have worked on the seam, and here they go again. Down the seam, and the pass is complete. Pass complete, Team Manitoba. Touchdown! Theo Karahelios with a big touchdown. 79 yards on the play. What a throw by Jordan Hanslip to Karahelios, and he does the rest of the work. We said they weren't throwing it outside, but and we talked about throwing how Team Manitoba had tried to get down. Here we go. At the end of that play, and it's Karahelios with the speed.
Well, a great little play design. Again, we talked about last time he came in on the slant. This free safety was there. The defense actually dropped into a zone. Unfortunately, that extra point was blocked, so they won't get the one extra point there. But back to that touchdown play. It was a well-designed play, a perfectly executed play by those two athletes. What happened was the linebacker dropped underneath to take away anything quick to the first down. the halfback that was sitting over top of the receiver just before the snap bailed out. And so there's this small window between the dropping linebacker and the free safety, and the quarterback delivered it. He made a great catch with his hands and kept his feet, and then it was a foot race to the end zone.
Point after was blocked, as Rob indicated. So the score now, Team Manitoba, the home team in this one, 6-3 with 7:01 to go in the second quarter here on footballcanada.tv. Kevin Donnan along with Rob Harrod as we bring this game to you, this first semifinal game. The top U16 football players from Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC meeting here at Footfield in the University of Alberta, who have shared their facilities here and have been oh so gracious hosts to all four teams. And Team Manitoba will kick off following that big play by number 1 Theo Karahalios. And if you're Team Saskatchewan, you're rocked a little bit by that one. You've been dominating play, and suddenly Manitoba goes big play on you.
Yeah, and momentum can change in a heartbeat.
And that's where Team Saskatchewan may get a chance here. That's number 24. That's Justin Park with the kick. Saskatchewan player shaken up on the play at about the 36-yard line. So Miller trying to make another statement, as he did right at the very start of the kickoff. Park nearly brings that one back. So
yeah, another great play on special teams. And again, if you're a special teams coordinator, so often on a high school team, you get the guys who aren't playing both ways. You get some of the non-all-star players or the young players, and now you get handed, 12 of the best athletes in the province at this age, and you can say, hey, let's design some fun stuff on special teams. So great return there. Got it all the way back out to the 45 after a really nice kick by Manitoba.
It's number 87 for Team Saskatchewan. Shaken up on the play, Carson Dirksen from Hafford, Saskatchewan, the Hafford Vikings. They're going to take a close look at Carson as he comes off the field a little slow. So Zakic now out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 Saskatchewan now, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by the Team Manitoba defense. It's number 7. Zach Little of St. Paul's, hometown Winnipeg, but great pursuit by the defense there on that run by Team Saskatchewan.
His first step getting into the backfield was very, very quick, which put him in a good position to make that play.
Out of the shotgun now, play fake. Braun turns around for the football, and it's complete inside Team Manitoba territory, and a big first down for Team Saskatchewan at the Manitoba 45-yard line. Let's take a look at that. Zakic stands tall in the pocket. Braun turns around, and the football's right there.
Well, another actually great play by Zach Little. He actually got a hand on the ball when it came out, and then the receiver had to make a great adjustment, which he did, came back to the ball and got the first down.
Team Saskatchewan out of that hurry-up offense again. Here's the handoff around the right side. Oh, big stiff arm here right on the near sideline. It's number 21, Caden Miller, with the big stiff arm and flags fly. Taken down on the play by Owen Miller. It is an illegal block in the back. Called against Saskatchewan, but if Miller coming around that left side and with the big stiff arm. Illegal block, the call against number 6, Tiernan Braun. So that's a 10-yard penalty. That'll bring things back to right to the midfield stripe. With 5:36 to go, Team Manitoba up 6-3. Theo Karahalios with the 79-yard touchdown pass for Team Manitoba just a few moments ago. Glad you're joining us here on footballcanada.tv. 1st and 20, Team Saskatchewan from the midfield stripe following that illegal block penalty. Here's Zakic now. Play fake to Miller, rolls to his left, and Zakic is taken down on the play. Loose football. Team Saskatchewan will score the touchdown off the fumble. And is he rolled down? No, it is a touchdown. Number 57, Liam McDonald of Team Manitoba with the big fumble recovery. Liam McDonald, number 57, and he just picks up the football after Zakic coughs it up around the left side. And Liam McDonald with the big return. Zakic is shaken up on the play. Rob, that is every defensive lineman's dream right there.
And the great part about it was he only had to outrun the offensive line because all the receivers and running backs were downfield. But great heads-up play. Unfortunately, the quarterback was just trying to make a play, trying to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage and not take the loss. Interesting decision. Again, but that's a learning opportunity for him. Turned over the ball. We'll see what this penalty has here.
Zakic shaken up on the play as he rolled left, as you mentioned, tried to make a play, tried to make something out of nothing, really. He was Manitoba was pursuing. Zakic rolled to his left, taken down. The fumble, live football, and Liam McDonald scooped that up for the 43-yard fumble return for the touchdown.
Well, and your lineman's nightmare just came true. He had to run 40-some-odd yards to get his touchdown, and unfortunately, a penalty is going to take that touchdown off the board. Manitoba looks like will maintain possession.
So they will not.
Offense.
It is a penalty here. Zakic now coming off the field very, very slowly.
I think it was unnecessary roughness after the turnover, and so they look like they take possession on the 45 now.
Zakic coming off the field very gingerly following that play. So, yes, it is a – so the fumble recovery stands. Team Manitoba will get possession of the football at the Team Saskatchewan 45-yard line. So the penalty on the play, unnecessary roughness, but Manitoba gets possession of the football following the fumble. So the 15-yard penalty was after the play, and Hanslip is taken down. The sack, number 44, Zach Zeri, untouched, coming through the middle. There's Zeri right up the middle, and he takes down Hanslip. And that's a 6-yard loss, second and 16, Team Manitoba.
Now, great job of getting his eyes on the ball. He had a clear view of the play fake, and as soon as that quarterback pulled the ball out, he was 2 steps away. Great job, great read by the linebacker.
Second and 16 now from the Saskatchewan 51-yard line. Hanslip now, he's going to call his own number. He's going to try for first down yardage, and he is taken down just short of the first down. That's number 20, Anthony Lucan. Evan Hardy Souls of Saskatoon.
Again, putting their coaches in a position to make a decision here. It looks like trying to convert. Well, taking advantage of the momentum. Although they got a touchdown taken off the scoreboard on the last turnover, they've got the momentum. They're in Saskatchewan, and they're looking to extend their lead.
Third and short, 3rd and 1 out of the shotgun. Here's Hanslip, handoff to Lewin, number 20. He's got the first down and more. Pickup of about 5 for Lewin. Negus Lewin, 5'6", 134.
Well, and again, another good job by the young running back to get the yards, right? Get one at some point in time. But again, great job of getting the first down, keeping their offense going, keeping the momentum on the Manitoba side.
20 Lewin from Winnipeg plays for the Falcons, and he's got a first down and more. Tries to cut around to the outside, taken down at the 15. Looked like he got tripped up by his own teammate there. He cuts left, a little bit of a collision with the offensive lineman. That's number 67 on the O-line. Kind of a bit of a bump. They met together. That's Giordano Vaccaro, but it's a first down, and Manitoba's on the move. 1st and 10 from the 15. Here's Lewin now around the left side, fighting for the first down. He's going to be awfully close, right down to the 5-yard line. Another near first down for Lewin. I think he's going to have it. First and goal to go, Manitoba, but again, look at Lewin with the legs. You can't teach that, Rob.
You know, for a young, small running back, not allowing the first tackler to take take him down, and sometimes that's the knock on these small running backs, but he is not letting that first tackler take him down. And again, his threat to score big is keeping the defense on their heels.
Hanslip now. Once again, out of the shotgun. Lewin, the lone setback. Handoff to Lewin, straight up the middle, and he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle up front, and good pursuit by the Team Saskatchewan front. 51, Grayson Wyatt with the tackle on the play. Number 64, Mohammed Ahmad also on that tackle. He'll bring up second and goal to go. Team Manitoba across the middle, and that pass falls incomplete, intended for number 35, Matt Toyne.
Great job by Anthony Lucan, again, linebacker, dropping into space where they're looking for that slant. We've seen that happen before on their defense. He's taken away that quick hitter. Great. I love this call. Here we go.
Who doesn't love this call?
Let's get it going.
Third and goal to go from the 4-yard line. Here's Team Manitoba, and here's Lewin, and here is a Team Manitoba touchdown. Negus Lewin, number 20, from 3 yards out. And as we said, we loved the call to go for it on third and short, in Team Manitoba.
Yeah, great job. And
It's on the board again.
Some credit needs to go to the O-line. You mean, the running back, Lewin, has made a lot of plays, made a lot of guys miss. That time he just had to follow his linemen. They pushed the pile. They were hungry for this touchdown after they didn't get the one off the turnover. Great job of executing that third down play
And
for
the
the
point
touchdown.
after is good. Sean Green converts the point after. And your score, Team Manitoba 13, Team Saskatchewan 3, with 2:13 to go here in the opening half. Team Manitoba with the touchdown by Negus Lewin.
It'll be interesting to see Saskatchewan's approach here with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. They're going to get the ball back. Again, field position will probably dictate some of that, but again, they're going to probably look at a quarterback change because it looks like the boy who started the night is still on the bench waiting to get clearance to go back in, and so we may have a quarterback change. It'll be interesting to see how.
We will see that, you bet.
Interesting to see how that's going to play into the hurry-up offense with now 2:13 left.
Ty Dubik is the other quarterback for Team Saskatchewan, number 11, so we'll see. He'll be entering the football game. There's Miller back at his own 20. And he's got room down this near sideline, and he's forced out of bounds at the 48-yard line. So a 28-yard return by Justin Park, number 24, who is an all-too-dangerous returner, as we've discovered this afternoon. Justin Park has given Team Saskatchewan a lot of good field position, and they have it again here with 2:06 to go in the opening half.
Well, all that time put into the hurry-up offense for Saskatchewan hopefully will pay off for them in their offense right now. They've got the opportunity to move the ball and kind of close that gap before we go into the half.
Ty Dubik now at quarterback for Team Saskatchewan. Out of the shotgun from his own 48-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle to number 21, Caden Miller. He's taken down after a short gain.
Well, another conservative play call, not knowing the situation of the game, but we'll see. It looks like they're going to probably be forced into a passing situation. Obviously, an opportunity to your second-string quarterback is likely as equally as good as the first string at this stage of the game, giving them an opportunity to make some plays.
Max Bosk with the tackle on the play. Gain of 2. Here's Dubik now back to pass in the pocket, thrown across the middle and just off the hands of number 85, Daniel Weep. We haven't heard his name called a lot. He certainly was very active in the offense in the first quarter, but in the second, it looks like Team Manitoba has adjusted because Daniel Weep was really dominating things in terms of the Saskatchewan aerial attack. But with that incompletion, Team Saskatchewan will punt the ball away. 1:40 to go here in the opening half. Lewin who has a touchdown for Team Manitoba. He is back deep to receive the kick. And Team Saskatchewan does, I would say, the smart thing when you've got a weapon like Negus Lewin back there. They angle kick the ball out of bounds right in front of the Saskatchewan bench, right at their 43-yard line. Thank you for joining us on footballcanada.tv. I'm Kevin Donnan along with Rob Harrod, bringing you action from the U16 Western Challenge from Football Canada from Foot Field on the campus of the University of Alberta here in Edmonton, Alberta. Thanks for joining us. No matter where you might be, our viewers from Manitoba and Saskatchewan who are sitting back on footballcanada.tv and enjoying a pretty good football game here. And that pass complete. Nice little pass right down the seam. That's Theo Karahalios, and he has a 79-yard touchdown today. So they've hooked up again, Hanslip and Karahalios again.
Well, the quarterback's finding some comfort in the receivers, and you can see on both sides of the ball who develops into that receiver that is a little bit more reliable. Quarterback gets a little bit comfortable, knows he's going to take risks in that area.
Here's Hanslip now, back to pass. He's going to roll right, sends his receiver deep, and it's just out of the hands of the receiver. That's number 35, Matt Toyne. He's been targeted at least 3 or 4 times in that one in traffic, just out of the reach. Good play by Toyne. There's a penalty on the play in the backfield. We'll get the roughing the passer against Team Saskatchewan here right at the end of that play. So that's a 15-yard penalty. That'll move things. That'll move the line of scrimmage well into Team Saskatchewan territory down to the 34-yard line. So a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty, and Team Manitoba is in business with 1:11 to go in this second quarter. Flags fly. Here's Lewin now trying to cut it. Now he's going to reverse his field and try around the right side, and he's taken down at the original line of scrimmage. So Lewin trying to make a play, cuts back, and he had positive yardage, but on the cutback, he got taken down.
And as a coach, you're going to live with that one because you know that's the reality of a scat back is sometimes they're going to make that decision. If he breaks that, he makes sure. So you're gonna live with that a little bit with the running back and understanding how he runs.
Get the call from the officials here. It is going against Team Manitoba. Offside, the call against Dwayne Neapu. The receiver jumped offside, so that's a 5-yard penalty. Bring up 1st and 15, Team Manitoba from the 39. Here's Hanslip now out of the shotgun. Can't find a receiver. Going to call his own number straight up the middle and just taken down. Number 58, I believe. Ryland Bitt. He got a hand on Hanslip's foot there, just enough to take him down. Oh, just enough. But they all count. You don't always have to wrap up beautifully. Sometimes the name of the game is just getting them on the ground. 2nd and 10, Team Manitoba. Here goes Hanslip down that side. Again, there's Toyne. The pass complete. And that's a big first down right at the 10-yard line.
A lot of trust between the quarterback and the receiver to throw that ball up knowing he's going to make a play. And you can see here on the replay the free safety coming over just a little too late. He ends up playing the ball. Great concentration. Probably going to take a hit as he did to hold on to the ball, secure it all the way into the ground. And now they're in a great position to put some more points on the board before the half.
Number 25, Jackson Sexsmith with the good coverage. The safety with the big hit of Matt Toyne. That 24-yard completion. And now Team Manitoba, 1st and 10. Not quite 1st and goal to go. It's about half the length of the football to make it an actual first down. 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. 38 seconds to go. Team Manitoba up 13-3. And Team Manitoba looking to make a big statement here right at the end of the half, looking to blow this game wide open. 38 seconds to go. Hanslip out of the shotgun. Lewin at running back. Now Lewin straight up the middle, and it's a Team Manitoba touchdown. 10 yards. Negus Lewin, his second touchdown of the half.
Oh, another great little run. Great job by the offensive line. You can see here in the replay, he comes in. Guys are moving. Guys are getting their feet going downfield. And you tell offensive linemen all the time, don't ever stop. One guy, go find the next. You've got a quick running back. He's right on your heels. They did a great job getting him into the end zone.
Point after here by Sean Green, the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. You know, you mentioned if we can get the replay again, you look at the play by number 77, Aaron Avanthe Sanderson, the 6', 280-pound offensive lineman, and he literally got Lewin into the end zone by doing, you know, what all great offensive linemen do when they get a chance to push that running back forward. He helped cash Lewin in, and Team Manitoba has taken a big 17-point lead here, 20-3 over Team Saskatchewan, with just 33 seconds to go in this second quarter. And Team Manitoba has kind of done it with a little bit of everything, really. Some great runs by Lewin on the ground, and Hanslip with some really accurate passing down the seam.
Yeah, it has been balanced, and I think both teams settled into a balanced attack. Manitoba executing, and I think a big part of it is their run game has been a little bit more successful, a little bit more dangerous, and we've seen them kind of keep those drives alive with some great blocking up front by the offensive line and some great running by their running backs.
Here's Green, number 9, with the kickoff. That's Park, number 24 again, handling the return. He fights for extra yards out to the 46-yard line, so about a 22-yard return on the play. Team Saskatchewan now with 27 seconds left. And Ty Dubik at quarterback is Zach Zakic was shaken up late in this quarter, taken down on a play where was rolling to his left. We hope he can get back into this football game, but Ty Dubik is going to close out this first half for Team Saskatchewan. With just 26 seconds to go. Here's Dubik now tries to avoid the sack, and he is wrapped up. Number 7, Zach Little, around the edge, 6'3", 170 pounds. He's caused some problems in the Team Saskatchewan backfield already this afternoon.
And you can tell he just lanes away with his hands, and he's doing a great job just avoiding the bigger offensive line. And what that play was actually a setup off that wide receiver screen. It was kind of a fake wide receiver screen. He just didn't have the time with the defensive line in his face.
Game clock and the play clock are pretty much synced together, and that should bring this first half to an end. Well, we've got 1 second left, Rob. Looks like we're looks like we're going to play third down here, and so it's 3rd and 17. And with this final play, that'll bring the, barring penalties, of course, that'll bring the first half to a close, and it'll be Team Saskatchewan now going to throw one up. You're looking for Braun, and the pass falls incomplete, and that will bring the first half to a close. Your score: Team Manitoba leads Team Saskatchewan 20-3 here in Game 1 of the Football Canada U16 Western Challenge here at Footfield in Edmonton, Alberta. I want to thank you for joining us on footballcanada.tv, and we will return with second half action in just a few moments. Stay with us on footballcanada.tv as we bring you the second half of this exciting contest between Team Manitoba and Team Saskatchewan in just a few moments' time. Welcome back to the 2018 U16 Football Canada Western Challenge here in Game 1 at Foot Field on the campus of the University of Alberta in Edmonton, of course. Kevin Donnan alongside Rob Harrod here in Game 1 of this 4-game tournament featuring the All-Stars, the U16, Under-16 All-Stars of football from Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC. And here in Game 1, as we get ready to start the second half, Team Manitoba with a big 20-3 lead over Team Saskatchewan. Robin, take us through some of those key statistics that we saw. And right now, it is the Negus Lewin show right now for Team Manitoba. He had an incredible first half.
Well, an enormous amount of yards. He's posted 123 yards so far, and that's on 12 carries. So his average works out to be about 10.3. Obviously, the longest run he's had is 50 yards. And so, what a dangerous player he is. And, you'll see him get stopped for 3 yards, maybe stopped for even a loss, and then he busts one. And so when you have enough momentum on offense, you keep drives alive. You can give him the ball every second time, and he is going to make plays. And if you look at total offense, we have 290 to 65, and that is it's a little shocking, I think, because even coming in the first quarter, Saskatchewan kind of grabbed momentum early, a little bit of special teams work. They were able to drive the ball. They couldn't turn that into points or enough points early on, and then Manitoba just kind of came storming back. We look back into that first half, and you see some undisciplined penalties. That's helped Manitoba, and again, Manitoba just was kind of Johnny on the spot, ready to take advantage of some opportunities. It started with that first drive. I think it was 30 yards in penalties after that turnover, and then they marched the rest of the field. Same thing, even, penalties are killing Saskatchewan right now, so they're going to have to get disciplined because there's not going to be any less frustrating in the second half. Now they've got a hole to dig themselves out of.
Now, they came out throwing in the first half. What do you expect out of Team Saskatchewan in this second half, especially head coach Brian Gaber? He's got to come out, kind of reset things. What do you expect Team Saskatchewan to do?
Well, I think the first thing he has to do is really think about how his quarterback is going to make plays. And I think a balanced attack is always going to help your quarterback. You can't abandon a run. I know it's going to be tempting. Okay, we just got to throw the ball. But the running game has not been unsuccessful. They just need to stick with it. They need to get their old linemen bodies on bodies, create a little bit of space, because when you put yourself in a 2nd and 6, a 2nd and 4, it's a lot easier to convert those and continue to get drives going. And again, the drives are going to be important, and we've seen it at all different levels. If you're a high-powered offense, but it's 2 and out, you lose momentum. You lose kind of the will a little bit to keep going because you just can't get things going, and the frustration mounts. And so I think Saskatchewan's got to come out. They've got to have the balanced approach. I think most importantly, their defense has got to figure out how to stop the run game of Manitoba.
Well, that especially when you have a running back like Lewin who recorded 120 yards in that first half. Zach Zakic started the game for Team Saskatchewan. He was injured with a leg injury late in the second quarter. Ty Dubik, Zakic right now on the sideline trying to stretch that leg out, seeing if he can return in the second half. Ty Dubik of Hafford, the Hafford Vikings, he's taken over. Team Saskatchewan right now going to kick things off here to start the third quarter. And I think the one thing that you want to do if you're Team Saskatchewan, quick 2 and out, big play on defense.
Yeah, the defense has got to be ready to go out and stop the Manitoba offense. If they give up something now, it's going to be even harder. So the defense has got to get going. They've got to build some momentum. They got to believe in themselves again, right? They gave up a lot of points in a short amount of time in the second quarter, and so they're going to have to come back strong.
A little bit of a short kick here, fielded by number 14 of Team Manitoba, taken out to the 41-yard line.
So decent starting position for the offense of Manitoba, and again, we're going to be looking at that defense of Saskatchewan and finding out what are they going to do to stop the run.
Colby Irwin of Portage La Prairie, Manitoba with the return, and Team Manitoba will start this second half with a big 17-point lead, 20-3 here, first offensive series, and it's Hanslip at quarterback again, inside handoff. It's number 27, Caden Banfield.
So
About a 5-yard gain there, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, we've got a change in the backfield, so they're going to get their next running back some reps, and whether or not it's a decision by the coaches to, give guys rest, to get everybody reps. I mean, obviously everybody's made this team because they're a talented athlete and they're a great football player, and so they're going to see what they can do with a couple different running backs, at least at this stage.
2nd and 5, Team Manitoba near side hash mark out of the shotgun. There's Banfield again on the carry, and he nearly breaks it loose. Looks like he's got first down yardage on the play. Taken down by number 66, Dimitro Kramish, 6'2", 196 pounds out of Martinsville, the Martinsville Royals. Very close to a first down, and the referees will call for a measurement. And while we're here, we want to mention Football Canada's national sponsors: Volt Athletics, Rydell, Huddle, Shadowman Sports, Ambrotech, Avis, Invictus Gloves, Quest Awards, Big Chief Meat Snacks, Choice Hotels, First Down Playbook. And we've got something very close to a first down. We're talking barely the point of the football. And it is 3rd down, so it is 3rd and maybe the inside of the stripe, maybe to the point of the football. So First Down Playbook, not a first down on the field. Also, OPRO mouthguards and Game Breaker soft shell headgear. So those are the important sponsors of Football Canada, and without their support, we wouldn't be able to bring you this U16 Western Challenge on footballcanada.tv. Big play here already, 10:51 to go. Early in this third quarter, but it's a 3rd and 1. Lucas Van Norman. Team Manitoba now trying to get that yardage, and it's close. Big battle, and the spot is going to be everything, isn't it, Rob?
I think it is, and again, the ref, I think, was looking at the sideline to find out if the last one was the first down. This one is going to be even closer based on this spot. I think thought he was asking for a micrometer out there. It was going to be so close. So I'm sure they're going to have to measure this one. It's going to come down to about the same distance. We'll see.
Lucas Van Norman lost his helmet fighting for the yardage. Number 66, Kramish, Dimitro Kramish. I mean, you want to talk about the irresistible force.
Yeah, and I think the second effort by the quarterback is going to get him the first down on this one. It looks like he's got it by the length of the football, or maybe not quite the length of the football.
Boy, is that close. But they do get the first down. I don't know that I've ever seen a first down both on come down to that close. Like you say, we almost had to break out the rulers and the slide rules here. But Manitoba converts on that. 3rd and very, very short. Out of the shotgun now. Here's Banfield around the left side. 4-yard pickup on the play. His forward progress right at midfield. We'll call it the 54-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play for Team Manitoba, who enjoy a 17-point lead here early in the third quarter. Kevin Donnan along with Rob Harrod here for footballcanada.tv. Game 1, make sure you stay with us for both games tonight. Make sure you stay with us for the nightcap as Alberta takes on BC. Right now, Team Manitoba up 17 in black. Nice swing pass to Banfield here on the near side. First down yardage for Team Manitoba into Team Saskatchewan territory right at the 45. Jackson Sexsmith, number 25, in on the tackle for Team Saskatchewan. Nice little play there.
And again, we talked about finding great athletes all over the province, and they found another one here. A little bit of a different style type of running back. This one, you can see Banfield's coming downhill, following his blocks. A little less of a scat back, but obviously he's got some great hands out of the backfield, as we saw on that play. And again, running downhill, running through tackles.
11-yard pickup, 1st and 10 at the Saskatchewan 45-yard line. Banfield again met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. Number 45, Maxwell Bright.
And that's the type of play. That's the type of play Saskatchewan needs to do. They need to put themselves in a better second down and yardage, and that's now they're 2nd and 9. So now, again, you're probably limiting the play calling for Manitoba. They can't just use their whole playbook to pick up the first down. They're going to have to go for something that's a little bit more than a conservative run. So we'll see if they stick with the run, hoping to get 9 yards, which they've been fairly set at, or they're going to throw the ball here.
Gain of about half a yard. Now they try and swing it out to Banfield again, and he is taken down right at the original line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by the defense, number 45, Max Bright, number 20, Anthony Lucan. And that's the type of big play Team Saskatchewan needs on defense. They limited that drive.
Yeah, and all it takes is 2 plays in a row, and you just saw it executed to perfection there. And now they're going to get the ball back in the hands of Saskatchewan. And now Saskatchewan's defense, although they gave up some yards, they limited the damage. And now Saskatchewan's offense is going to have to do something here.
Green now with a good kick away. Park gets the punt at his own 25. And he dances his way to about a 6-yard return on the play. He loses his hat. But a return for Team Saskatchewan with 8:07 to go in the third quarter. And Team Saskatchewan will begin on offense. And what is even if you don't score, you want to get rolling on the scoreboard when you're down 17, but right now it's all about positives.
Yeah, they need to get some real estate for their defense to defend, and again, a couple drives, even a couple big plays that get them most of the way down the field or part way down the field. Their punting game hasn't been really effective. They haven't gained a lot of yards, so they're going to have to rely on their offense to move the ball here.
Ty Dubik, number 11 at quarterback, out of the shotgun for Team Saskatchewan. Handoff straight up the middle. Good move at the line of scrimmage by the ball carrier. That's number 26, Ryland Likert, for the Porcupine Plain Golden Bears, hometown of Saskatoon. Pickup of about 4, 2nd and 6, Team Saskatchewan. Called a game of 5, 7:22 to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 5, Team Saskatchewan. Dubik out of the shotgun, motion to the left. Hand off to Braun on that end around, and he is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Good pursuit by the Manitoba defense.
Yeah, not only do we have good pursuit by the interior guys, the edge guys made him cut up field. It looked like he could have got to the outside, but if you're outside defender, and whether that's a scraping linebacker or your defensive end, as long as he forces the running back to cut up field, he's cutting back into the heart of the defense, and that's what you want to do. And any type of football, any level, you want to eliminate guys getting to the outside in space.
Team Saskatchewan to looks like they're thought about a fake. Now Lewin's got to go back. They kind of kick it rugby style. Lewin's got to retreat all the way back to his 34. There's a flag on the play. He turns, heads toward his own sideline, and makes a couple of decent moves, tries to fight for yardage, but there is a flag on the play, and he's taken down at the 34, right at the same spot virtually where he fielded that punt. So Saskatchewan with a big play on special teams to limit that return, and it was a big kick.
Yeah, I like the design of the kick. I've used that many times as a coach. You know, you've got a great athlete back there, and obviously you don't always have like a pure punter or a pure kicker at this level, but you've got good athletes who have done it for their high school who can fill that role. And really, it's really kind of one of those option plays. Is he's got probably the green light to go, and if it doesn't look like the space is there, he can kick it at any point in time. It also is really good to help your cover guys limit the return of what we know is a very dynamic returner on Manitoba.
Absolutely. There was a 5-yard, no yards penalty against Team Saskatchewan, so the Team Manitoba will start from their own, 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line with 6:37 to go here on footballcanada.tv. This is, of course, the U16 West Regional Challenge. This helps introduce players and coaches to tournament-style competition as they test their skills against neighboring provinces. Of course, the Eastern edition, which you'll be able to see on footballcanada.tv, comes up next weekend. So the football world, Canada's football is only heating up as we get the Canadian Junior Football League is starting. Camps are starting anytime. The CFL is in full swing. So right now, where would you rather be than footballcanada.tv to watch these two teams battle it out in the semifinal? And we do have a Manitoba player shaken up on the play. We'll try to get a number from this side of the field. 6:15 to go here in the third quarter of this opening game, Game 1, the semifinal. Later on tonight, kickoff 7 o'clock right here on footballcanada.tv. Team Alberta will take on Team BC. Team Alberta, the number 1 seed coming into this tournament. Team Manitoba and Team Saskatchewan are seeds 2 and 3. That's number 65, Gavin Cokes from Sturgeon Heights out of Winnipeg. He was shaken up on the play as he walks off a little delicately, but it'll be second and a short 4 here. Jordan Hanslip still at quarterback. Now handoff straight up the middle to Banfield, number 27. Close to the first down, but there is a flag here on the near side. Hanslip still at quarterback for Team Manitoba. Looks to be about a yard short of the first down. Offside the call against Team Manitoba.
Well,
and that'll back things up.
The penalty saves the Manitoba coaches from making another tough decision on a short,
That's right.
a short yard situation. They've had their hands full in this game of making those calls, and so that offside penalty is going to give them a redo and see if they can get the first down.
Bring up about 2nd and 9 here. Team Manitoba needs to get to their own 49 to convert here on 2nd and 9. Hanslip now out of the shotgun. Down the seam, there's Toyne with the completed catch, number 35, and that is enough for the first down. Number 25, we've been calling his name a lot, Jackson Sexsmith, who's shaken up on the play. He was in on that hit, but good concentration by Matt Toyne down the seam, and that play's been working all afternoon.
It has, and the quarterbacks are just throwing it in there on a line, getting it to his hands because he has been catching the ball and taking hits and hasn't dropped one after taking a hit. And again, that free safety's got those opportunities to kind of lay a lick on some of those receivers. If they want to keep throwing down the seams, you've got to kind of make a statement in a game like this and say, you know what, I'm not going to let you throw down the seams. You're going to continue to take hits. But as long as he keeps catching them, why wouldn't you keep throwing it there?
And Hanslip, as the game has gone on, seems to be a little more confident. Off the start, it looked like, obviously there's some nerves there, of course. It's your first game. You've traveled all this way. There's a big hand for number 25, Jackson Sexsmith, who was shaken up. But for Hanslip, he looks much more comfortable in the pocket now. Definitely more, really confident, zipping the ball in there and is looking good in the pocket here this afternoon. So Hanslip looking very comfortable back there. 1st and 10, Team Manitoba from their own 53-yard line. 5:38 to go. Team Manitoba leads 20-3 here at Footfield on the campus of the University of Alberta. Hanslip now. Play fake. There's Matt Toyne, and he loses the football. Turnover on the play. And Team Saskatchewan recovers as Matt Toyne loses the handle on the football, and number 22, Jaden Dooley, the defensive back, with the big recovery. And that's a big play for Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, and it was a great job on the defender, number 19, Nathan Young, wrapping him up, but also getting a hand in there to knock that ball loose. And again, just after we talked about ball security, hold on to the ball, he had a chance to run in open space and he ended up coughing up the ball. So again, that's what they wanted from the Saskatchewan defense, an opportunity to get the offense back on the field. Let's see if they can get some points on this drive. It's going to be important.
Is this the momentum shift that Team Saskatchewan needs? Dubik now out of the shotgun from his own 40. There's that wide receiver screen to Weeb, number 85, and he keeps his legs churning for a nice 4-yard gain. Looked like he was going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, but Team Saskatchewan goes back to that wide receiver screen that was so effective in the first half.
Well, and one thing the receiver needs to remember to do, and he did this so well in the first half, I'm sure he'll get right back to it. When you're coming in inside the 2 blocks, in this case it would be a slot back and one of the linemen, as you saw in the replay, come out. Once you get inside of those 2 guys, you got to get back to the outside because all the defensive pursuit is coming from the middle of the field. And in that case, he ran into 2 guys. And, he may be able to make 1, maybe 2 guys miss in some situations. But when you're limited in your field space and you have 2 guys bearing down on you, it's going to be hard to make plays.
10-yard penalty on the play, so that positive yardage gets wiped out. And it'll be 1st and 20 following the 10-yard penalty. So Dubik out of the shotgun now. Line of scrimmage back to the 30 now following the penalty. And now down this near side, there's Weeb and caught on the near side. We'll get the end of the ruling from the official. It is a catch. Beautiful play for a big Saskatchewan first down inside Manitoba territory. What a great play by Daniel Wiebe.
Yeah, great job and a great read by the quarterback. And again, what you're seeing on Manitoba's defense, because of probably the lead they've built, they're actually playing a cover 2, and so the only spot to throw deep is going to be down the sideline.
28-yard reception by Wiebe. It's number 21, Caden Miller, spinning for a 2-yard gain, but back to that catch by Daniel Wiebe. Great concentration here on the near sideline.
And it was right on the sideline. He had zero space, zero amount of error, and he kept his feet in bounds, secured the ball all the way to the ground. Great catch and great throw by the quarterback.
2nd and 2, Team Saskatchewan inside Team Manitoba territory. There's the pass, and it's just through the hands of number 6, Tiernan Braun, close to the first down, and that'll bring up 3rd down. So Team Saskatchewan going to play a little bit of field position here and try and pin Team Manitoba deep with 3:59 to go here in the 3rd quarter on footballcanada.tv. The U16 Western Challenge. You're watching Team Saskatchewan in white and Team Manitoba in black. Team Saskatchewan down 17 now. Here's the fake. And an interception. Now Team Manitoba with the big turnover. Team Saskatchewan tries the gadget play on special teams. It goes through the receiver's hands. And Team Manitoba with the big turnover. Jason Schatze with the interception there on the gadget play on special teams with then the short return. And now Team Manitoba will take over following the interception right at the 54-yard line. Here's Hanslip now. Handoff around the right side. That's number 26, Mikai Salant, out of Vincent Massey from Winnipeg. 6 foot, 189 pounds. Pickup of about 6 on the play. So Manitoba now going through that running back rotation.
Yeah, an interesting play call on Saskatchewan special teams. Anything they gained in moving the ball, they lost in momentum, and now Manitoba's running downhill and once again just chewing up the clock.
And it is Team Manitoba grinding out the yardage now around the right side. That's number 26, Salant again. There is a flag on the play on the far side. It is a holding penalty. We'll bring things back 10 yards. So, holding penalty against Team Manitoba. Number 14, Colby Irwin, a receiver, got caught with the hold. So that'll back things up.
That's
back into Manitoba territory.
Yeah, that's a tough penalty to take for a receiver. Again, it's a work hard penalty. You try to teach those guys block downfield, block for your running backs. And again, if you stop moving your feet, that's where you get yourself in trouble. And so you want to teach him how to do it properly so he can execute it properly. But again, it's a hard work by a receiver blocking downfield for the running backs.
2nd and 14, Manitoba. Hanslip now down the far side and just out of the reach of the intended receiver, number 14, Colby Irwin. Just out of his reach along the far sideline. And there's Hanslip with a nice pocket. And just off his hands there. Coverage on the play by number 29, Jace Moles of Team Saskatchewan. And Team Manitoba, Sean Green will kick this ball away. 2:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Nearly blocked. And that punt will travel out of bounds at the Saskatchewan 45-yard line. Nearly blocked. There is a flag on the near side right at the midfield stripe. Officials will sort this one out. Offside the call against Team Saskatchewan. Want to thank you for joining us no matter where you may be. Also want to welcome all of our visiting fans from Manitoba, Saskatchewan. Both of these provinces have amazing contingents of fans. We've got lots of spirit here from both prairie provinces, and I imagine there's some people thinking Banjo Bowl.
Yeah,
down in imagine this may be the younger, that U16 version of the Banjo Bowl, but you won't find more passionate fans than in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Punt fielded by Park at his own 29-yard line. Pickup of about 3. But yeah, this is the U16 Banjo Bowl, you could call it. Nice little return here by Park, although great coverage too by the Team Manitoba special teams. And I've been impressed. Usually when you get into an all-star game format like this, the special teams has been very, very solid on both sides.
They have, and you've got the athletes out there, and it's been interesting because the difference between the previous punt, which we saw, which was called back by a penalty, there's only about a 10-yard difference in net yardage. So that's actually really good for Saskatchewan. It could have been a lot worse.
Dubik now at quarterback, 30 from his own 35. Loose football on the play. The ball squirts loose. And Team Saskatchewan recovers the fumble. See if we can get a look at where that ball popped loose. We have a Manitoba ball player shaken up on the play. It's number 7, Zach Little.
And he's been an impact
been a
player
real
today, so
force.
we'll see what happens when he goes off the field, and we'll see how the next man up does here, pressuring off the edge.
Should have been a gain of about 4 or 5, but it only turns out to be a gain of 1 following that fumble and recovery by Team Saskatchewan. 2nd and 9, Team Saskatchewan from their own 36-yard line. Dubik now out of the shotgun. Looks, throws, and that pass is batted down by the defensive lineman. Great play. Great play by the defender. And it's a fabulous, get the hands up. Every defensive line coach just fell in love with that play.
Yeah, and the defensive line of Manitoba is kind of taking control of this game. They're limiting the run game. They're allowing their linebackers to make plays, and now they're knocking balls down. And again, the middle of the field was wide open, receiver standing right there. If that ball gets through, it's a really big play for Saskatchewan. Manitoba continues to make it difficult on Saskatchewan's offense.
Here's Team Saskatchewan with that rugby-style kick again. Lewin will field it back at his own 40. He'll turn left, try to cut up the middle. He's going to cut back now towards the near sideline. 50 to the midfield stripe. And a 15-yard return by Negus Lewin. And as you mentioned, very, very dangerous. And a 15-yard return seems like you've done your job on special teams, considering the type of talent that this kid has in terms of fighting for yardage.
Well, and you can see there as he just finishes that play, guys are holding on to him. He's dragging guys on the ground, and he is a small kid, but he is working hard, and he is being very effective with what he's doing when he gets the ball in his hands.
There was no infraction on the play, so Team Manitoba will begin 1st and 10 inside Saskatchewan territory at the Saskatchewan 54. 20-3, Team Manitoba leads this one in Game 1 of the U16 Western Challenge. There's Salant again, rumbling up the middle. Kicks it out left, and that's a 12-yard gain, and a Team Manitoba first down out to the Team Saskatchewan 41-yard line with 45 seconds to go in a scoreless third quarter.
And Manitoba really understanding the situation of the game. You're up 17. Saskatchewan has had a hard time moving the ball. The defense is doing their job. There's no need to take risks. Let's just run the ball, and they may run this game right out. And again, time is on Manitoba's side right now. Hanslip
out of the shotgun. 1st and 10, Team Manitoba. Salant gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good play by number 20, Anthony Lucan, the middle linebacker. Coming straight up the middle, and a good open field tackle by Lucan, number 20.
And all these athletes are great players on their community team, and they're not going to give up. And you can see that in the fight of Saskatchewan's defense, knowing, hey, we've got to not give up points in order for our offense to have a chance to get us back in this game.
Ethan Archibald, number 91, also helping out on that tackle. Hanslip going deep down the sideline and just off the hands of the receiver, number 80, Peyton Lake. Coverage on the play by number 29, Jace Moles, who's been busy this afternoon. And one thing, Rob, we want to mention is that we started this game at 4 o'clock this afternoon. It was cloudy and cool, and now the warm front that they've talked about for a couple of days that's bringing 30-degree temperatures is moving in. So in this final quarter, these two teams are going to have to adjust to the heat as well, to the elements, because it's been a long day.
Yeah, and a lot of the players are protected from the stands and the kind of the bowl-like atmosphere here at the University of Alberta, and so there's not a lot of wind down on the field. There's a little bit at the top of the uprights, but not much on the down. So these guys need to remember they need to be drinking water. They need to stay hydrated to finish strong in this game.
And as we start the fourth quarter, Team Manitoba leads by 17, 20-3 over Team Saskatchewan. Kevin Donnan along with Rob Harrod. From Footfield at the campus of the University of Alberta, and Sean Green content to angle that kick, and Tiernan Braun tiptoes along the far sideline and will spot the ball. The line of scrimmage. Team Saskatchewan will start 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line, and down 17 with 12 minutes to go. Now is it time to start opening things up?
Well, they're going to have to, and again, you can't totally abandon part of your game, but you've got to find effective ways to get yards. Their running game hasn't been really effective in the second half here, and so they are going to have to open up. They are going to have to take a few shots. They need to get something going to get a little bit of momentum back, or at least stop Manitoba's defense from feeling so confident that they're just not going to give up a lot of yards to Saskatchewan.
Team Manitoba is just over 11 minutes away from a berth in the gold medal game. Deep ball now down the far sideline for Weeb. Caught right at the 50-yard line. And what a show Daniel Weeb has put on this afternoon. Great connection. 32 yards.
He continues to make plays downfield, and that's why the quarterbacks are confident in him when you can throw up a ball and he can come up with the catch. So he's been doing a great job here. And again, Saskatchewan right into the hurry-up offense. We'll see if they can keep the momentum of that play going.
Check that 33-yard completion to Weeb down the sideline. Good coverage on the play, too. Back to live action now. Miller straight up the middle. He'll get right to the midfield stripe, pick up a 4. But again, Daniel Weeb with great concentration. We've seen him catch a ball along the near sideline for an important first down, and another one here. Good hands and good concentration on number 85 for Team Saskatchewan. 2nd and 6. Saskatchewan at the center field stripe. Dubik now. Hand off to Miller, number 21, and he's going to come up about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, a little bit of a counter run. We haven't seen a lot of that in that game. And again, they've had pretty good pursuit on the run. And so you set up a counter. So the motion starts in one direction and then the running back comes back the other direction. We saw it earlier on with a slot back reverse. Again, this is a different way to attack a different part of the defense because they're pursuit, because they're excited, and they're getting to the point of attack. We'll see if they convert this 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 now for Team Saskatchewan. Going for it here. 3rd and short. Dubik now. Pass intended for Tiernan Braun. Pass falls incomplete, and that's a turnover on downs. Number 11, Dylan Normand with the coverage on the play. So it's a turnover on downs with 9:47 to go in the football game. Team Manitoba up 20-3 on Team Saskatchewan here in game 1. And Rob, what's impressed you so far about Team Manitoba in this second half?
Well, I think their defensive relentless pursuit just stymieing Saskatchewan's offense. They're just having a really hard time finding space, even on that play. DBs were uptight, ready to make plays on a short pass.
Here we go now, handoff around the left side.
And when you have gifted athletes on your offense, as Manitoba does, as does Saskatchewan, they've used those athletes, and the defense knows if we can just give them enough time, they'll get things going. Because it was a slow start for Manitoba on offense, but once they started going, the defense kept them in the game early, and then they've allowed their offense to really take control of this game.
Lucas Van Norman now in at quarterback for Team Manitoba, number 15. There's the handoff to Banfield, number 27. He had a pickup of 8 on the previous play, but Van Norman, number 15, now in at quarterback. Flag on the near side here, right in front of our broadcast position. Officials will sort this one out as Banfield should be very close to the first down.
And
Looks like it's going to go against Manitoba.
I think what Saskatchewan's defense needs to be thinking now is they need to wrap up and next guy get the ball out. Manitoba is happy to just chew the clock up. And again, that is going to be the enemy of Saskatchewan. So they have to be very aggressive on the ball. They need to be getting their hands in on the ball carrier and try to get that ball out to try to get another turnover to give an opportunity to their offense.
5-yard offside penalty, 2nd and 8. Manitoba pass down the middle and just behind the wide receiver, number 80, Peyton Lake. Pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down. So Manitoba will kick this ball away with 8:46 to go and a 17-point lead. Sean Green to kick things away for Manitoba. And as we mentioned a couple of times during the broadcast, we'll get to our sponsors in just a moment. Big kick by Green, and it's an angled kick along the far sideline, and it'll be spotted out of bounds at the 37. As we mentioned, Football Canada wants to mention their national sponsors: Game Breaker Softshell Headgear, Choice Hotels, First Down Playbook, Opro Mouth Guards, Big Chief Meat Snacks, Quest Awards, Invictus Gloves, Shadowman Sports, Ambrotech, Avis, Huddle, Rydell, and Volt Athletics. Thank you for being a part of the Football Canada team. And now, Team Saskatchewan, with 8.5 minutes to go in the football game, needs to get going. And of course, in Canadian football, you can score in bunches, so don't move a muscle. Team Saskatchewan needs to get to work here on this drive. Zakic now back at quarterback, and he's got a receiver wide open. That's Weeb, number 85, down the far sideline. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Team Saskatchewan. What a play. Zakic comes off the bench after being hurt in the first half. Who else does he find but number 85, Daniel Weeb?
Good little play design, drawing the halfback in, buying time down the sideline. And who else would you expect to make a play to try to get Saskatchewan back into this? And again, now they're back into it. They've got an opportunity. They've got to convert this to bring it to 10. And then their defense, once again, is going to have to do a job. Or will we see some razzle-dazzle on kickoff for special teams?
Looks like a 63-yard touchdown pass from Zakic to Daniel Weeb. And Daniel Weeb has put on a show today. 5'6", 147 pounds, out of Rosetown. The Rosetown Royals. Of course, Rosetown just 60 minutes or an hour or so southwest of Saskatoon. But right now, Daniel Weeb is putting Rosetown on the map in this football game. What a great series. Daniel Weeb's has been the best player on the field for Team Saskatchewan this afternoon.
Well, there's no doubt, and they continue to go back to him, and he's a guy who can break the game open. And so they've done that here, and we've seen that so many times. Don't count teams out. And, Saskatchewan, these boys have grown up playing football. They love the game. It's woven into the fabric of that province, and so they are not going to give up. They're going to keep coming, and that's exactly the type of spark that they need for their defense to get excited. Hey, let's go get the ball back. Our offense can score quickly.
Absolutely. 8:09 to go. Cadiz Tivy to kick things off for Team Saskatchewan, who have now cut the lead to 10. Team Manitoba up 20-10. Team Manitoba will field this kickoff. Team Saskatchewan now, 8:09 to go. Down by 10. And they're going to kick it to Negus Lewin. He'll field the ball at the 33. And he's going to go to the wide side of the field. He's going to try and cut back, but the Team Saskatchewan special teams, that's a 5-yard loss. And now, as we mentioned, sometimes those undisciplined penalties, a late flag comes in, so we'll see. This could be an important penalty, Rob.
This is an important penalty. It could get Manitoba a little bit out of a hole, or it could cost them even more field position, and that's what they needed to do. And on that coverage team, you know what? They did a great job of getting downfield, and you could see that wave of white coming in. And they got to the edge, but there was one cover man who did a great job of staying on the outside and limiting the ability to get to the edge, which helped them on the coverage.
And as you said, this is Team Manitoba getting out of a hole here. Team Saskatchewan with a 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty on the kickoff. So Team Manitoba start at their own 40 rather than their own 25. That's a big swing in field position right there. Van Norman now at quarterback for Team Manitoba. 7:45 to go. Handoff around left tackle to Banfield. And he's stopped after a gain of about, let's call it 4, 2nd and 6, Team Manitoba.
You know, this Manitoba backfield reminds me of the old school New York Giants. You got two different types of running backs. You got one that's going to
thunder and
slice and
lightning.
dice. That's right.
You
It's going to
bet.
cut up your defense. And then when you need to finish, you've got a little bit of weight, and you're going to pound it down. And that's what Manitoba is trying to do in what has become a little bit more closer of a game to try to close this one out.
Team Saskatchewan now with a lot of life. Flags fly at the snap. Handoff to Banfield. He'll be close, probably about a yard short of the first down, but flags right at the snap, one on the near sideline. 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Offside the call against Team Saskatchewan. Offside the call against Team Saskatchewan. That'll move things up 5 yards, and it will remain second down, but it'll be a short 2nd and 1. Team Manitoba now, this is an important first down as well for them. They convert this first down, they can continue to grind the clock down with a 10-point lead.
This is also an opportunity for Manitoba if they want to take a shot and still go for it on third down.
Oh, and Banfield nearly loses the football a couple of different times. He fights for the first down, but when he struggling with the football, that limited his momentum, and now Manitoba is going to be facing what looks to be a 3rd and 1. So,
well, interesting.
big play here.
The early whistle caused him not to get the first down because he ended up finishing without going down past the 50-yard line. But because the whistle went, he ended up getting spotted just short. So this is going to be, again, I don't think it's a hard decision for Manitoba. I think you go for it here because you're going to have the opportunity to burn some more time off the clock if you get this first down.
Timeout called by Team Manitoba and their head coach, Jeff Reddy. Brian Gabert is the head coach of Team Saskatchewan. And once again, we want to thank all of our viewers joining us on footballcanada.tv as we bring you the Football Canada U16 Western Challenge. Kevin Donnan along with Rob Harrod as we bring you the action of this opening game. Stay with us, 7 o'clock kickoff. Team Alberta takes on Team BC in the other semifinal of this 4-game mini tournament. Of course, the winner of this contest gets an automatic berth into the gold medal game at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. The loser goes to the 3-4 or bronze medal game on Saturday morning at 11. Big play here for Team Saskatchewan. Can they stop Team Manitoba? They can't. Banfield now, number 27, gets some help from his offensive line. Big number 67, Giordano Vercaro, helps Banfield get the last extra half yard. He just grabs Banfield and said, "You're coming with me." First down, Team Manitoba.
And I just saw Anthony Lucan talking to his other defenders, talking about ripping the ball out, and you could see that on the field. They need to get the ball out of the ball carrier's hands and get it back to their offense.
Team Manitoba 1st and 10 from their own 52. There's Banfield, and he is taken down. Team Saskatchewan with the statement and a late flag. Number 91, Ethan Archibald with the tackle.
A great play by the defensive lineman. And we always talk in football about the offense and defensive linemen and how much of a difference they can make in a game. And they made a great play there. And I think the penalty may also be going against Manitoba, which really is going to help Saskatchewan out.
It is an unnecessary roughness call against Team Manitoba. It's a dead ball foul, so it came after the play. And this is another big momentum swing, if you will. Now Team Manitoba faces a 2nd and very long. Spot the ball way back at their own 40. They need to get to Team Saskatchewan 48 to convert this first down. "21 yards here to convert this, and more flags. Pre-snap this time.
Then I think one of the Manitoba receivers jumped, so it's going to move him back another 5 yards. And again, we talked in the first half how penalties on Saskatchewan gave Manitoba momentum, started their scoring, and now they're kind of doing it to themselves now. The penalties are costing them, and it may not cost them points yet. That's going to be on Saskatchewan to capitalize. But, boy, they're gaining field position every play here for Saskatchewan. And so they need to try to execute, get some of those yards back, and then get a punt off and not put Saskatchewan in too good of a field position for their offense to score.
And there's not a lot of plays for 2nd and 26 in the playbook. So here we go. Team Manitoba, 2nd and very long. Back at their own 35. Need to get into Saskatchewan territory to convert. They're comfortable just handing the ball off and getting out of dodge here. Number 26, Mekai Salant, with the handoff straight up the middle. Minimal gain, really, about a yard.
And Manitoba's happy to run the ball and use the clock. And I'm sure that's the strategy there. Maybe not turning it over. Don't throw the ball downfield. Or the penalties,
yeah. You want to avoid some of that other stuff, but.
Yeah, they definitely could. But at this point, taking more time off the clock is going to help them more than anything.
Just over 4 minutes. Sean Green now has trouble. Just gets the kick away. Bit of a miracle. Right into the belly of Team Saskatchewan. And a fight for the loose football. So, penalty flags. We had the ball pinballing around. We literally had the ball just literally land right in the stomach of the Team Saskatchewan player. I don't even think he saw it.
No, I don't think so, and I think this is going to be a no yards call because there was guys standing right near him. So even though the ball may have gotten coughed up, they're actually going to get the ball even in better field position than if it was actually a turnover.
So they had a chance to block it and get the turnover, but now, like you said, we'll see what the no yards call is here, whether it's of the 5 or 15 yard variety. It is no yards.
And it should be if I understand the rules correctly, because it was crossed the line of scrimmage, it still should be a 15-yard penalty because
the
it
ball
was in the air.
That's right.
Yeah, so that is going to put them in perfect field position to make this game even more exciting.
You see, sometimes on those Wildcats broadcasts, I pay attention, Rob. There we go, no yards. I remember this play coming up, and it is of the 15-yard variety where once the ball crosses the line of scrimmage, and if the ball is fielded in midair, it's a 15-yard penalty no matter what. So big play for Team Saskatchewan here, and I'll tell you, Team Saskatchewan on offense, Zach Zakic comes off the bench, first throw, touchdown. Now he's at the Team Manitoba 27-yard line, down 10 with 4:32 to go. You can't write the script any better than this. You come off the bench after being injured late in the second quarter. You line up, you throw the touchdown, and now you're knocking on the door again. Zakic now at quarterback. Out of the shotgun, steps, throws, looking for Weeb in the corner, and he nearly came up with the catch. Good defense on the play by Team Manitoba.
Well,
nice play.
Eyes are on number 22, Owen Miller, who's the cover guy responsible for covering him. And again, great job. He did a good job of forcing him to the sideline and just slowly squeezed him right to the white line. And that's what you want to do as a DB.
2nd and 10, Team Saskatchewan. From the Manitoba 26, here's Zakic trying the far side of the field. Nice cutback now by the receiver. That's number 88. Aaron Somakal.
And again, a great job of getting upfield to making it close. At least they have a good shot at a third and really short.
And it's going to be 3rd and about 2. So Brian Gebert looks like he is going to kick the football here. Cadiz Tivy will attempt the field goal. An interesting choice here with third and short. The coach next to me is thinking, geez, I might go for that one.
There's not a chance. There's not a
And
chance.
here we
go.
go.
Okay.
Now it looks like someone either got talked in or talked out.
Yeah. 3rd and 1, I think in this type of field position, you need to take the opportunity to try to get the touchdown. And I think, even your defense has been playing well in the last few minutes of this quarter here. I think you got to take the chance. You got to take the opportunity. You got to believe in your offensive line that you can get the yard and a bit or yard and a little less than a yard. You got to be able to convert this in this type of game at this point in time in the game. You've got to get the first down.
Biggest play of the ball game. Brian Gaber going for it here. The Team Saskatchewan head coach, 3rd and about, let's call it 2, maybe a yard and a half. Zach Zakic now, 3:47 to go. Saskatchewan down 10. Zakic under center. He's going to try the quarterback sneak. He's going to churn ahead. Did he get enough? This is going to be another one of those perilously close measurements here as Zakic calls his own number on the quarterback sneak. 3:40 to go. Saskatchewan down 10. But wow, is this going to be close. And it is a turnover on downs. What a big stop by Team Manitoba and that interior defense. You've got Little, number 7, Landon Henderson, number 99, Garrison Morin, number 75. What a big, big play by that Manitoba defense.
Well, and the Saskatchewan coaches are not happy about the spot, and I don't think he got the push he wanted from his offensive line, and that's where it lies, is the push wasn't there. Still time if the defense of Saskatchewan can hold them here, get the ball back, but they are going to have to work quickly to get that ball in the hands of their offense.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Lucas Van Norman. Handoff now to Negus Lewin now. Pitch out to the right side. He tries to stay in bounds, and he is bumped out of bounds by number 18, Dylan Bach.
Interesting choice of Manitoba to switch their running backs up again. Now they've got both of those running backs in the game ready to make plays. And again, unfortunately for Manitoba, that made it all the way to the sideline. He stepped out of bounds. It's stopping the clock. And we're not stopping the clock quite yet. Next play, it'll stop the clock once we're under a few minutes left here. But again, Manitoba needing to get this first down to avoid giving the ball back right away to Saskatchewan.
2nd and 6, Manitoba, and you can't think of a better closer than Lewin, number 20. If you're going to try and close out a football game, give it to the guy who's been dominating all day on the ground. But Team Saskatchewan, good shift by the defensive line, and they limit that gain to about 2 yards for Lewin.
Yeah, I don't think this is close enough for them to go for it, so Manitoba's going to have to punt it away. And again, the punts today have not been traveling very far, so as long as Saskatchewan secure the ball, they're going to have an opportunity, again, to get that ball into the end zone.
Green, number 9 of Manitoba, had trouble handling the snap on the last kick attempt, the last punt by Team Manitoba. Tiernan Braun is back deep for Team Saskatchewan at his own 52-yard line. So with 2:53 to go here, Team Saskatchewan looks to get some pretty good field position here. Here's the kick by Green, angled toward the sideline, and it will roll out of bounds at the Team Manitoba 51-yard line. That's where Team Saskatchewan will begin 1st and 10. 2:43 to go in a very entertaining football game, Rob. We've had a little bit of everything here this afternoon at Footfield.
Yeah, offense, defense, and special teams has all played a part in this game. And you know what? You couldn't have asked for anything better from your punter in a situation like that. Angle to the sideline, limit to return. It's a 51-yard field now for Saskatchewan. They've got to work quickly to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's Zakic now, number 5, injured late in the first half. Coming off the bench now. Stands in the pocket, going to step up. Looking, and just wise play by Zakic, had nobody. Braun was covered. Weeb running the deep route was covered, so Zakic would rather take the 2nd and 10 than take the loss. So 2nd and 10 Saskatchewan at the Manitoba 51-yard line with 2.5 minutes to go. Wise play by Zakic.
Yeah, and the defense of Saskatchewan is softening tremendously. You can see they obviously don't want to give up it in one play, and so you can see already the corners are 8 to 10 yards and dropping quickly, and they've got 4 guys now covering deep to make sure they don't give it up on one play.
And the pass is picked off. Team Manitoba. What a big play on defense with Team Saskatchewan. Huge play by Team Manitoba as Team Saskatchewan looked like they were going to convert, and that play is snuffed out.
Well, when you're up in the press box and you're always looking down on the game, it's easy to second-guess choices that coaches and quarterbacks and players are making on the field. But, again, really soft coverage. It's hard when you hold on to that ball. There's a lot of guys deep. There's 8 guys covering the deep part of the field. And so sometimes thinking about, okay, we've got a couple minutes left. Let's get a catch and run, and rely on a turnover to finish off the game.
And that's Max Bosk with the big turnover, number 51. He's 20 yards, but deep downfield. And he's a linebacker. He's way back there in coverage and just makes a great individual play. So number 51, Max Bosk, with a great play for Team Manitoba. Pickup of 4 on the running play there by Lewin. So Team Manitoba now with just over 2 minutes to go. They're going to try and close this one out. 2nd and 6, the 4-yard pickup by Lewin. Spot the ball at the Team Manitoba 45-yard line. Here's Lewin, and he is drilled behind the line of scrimmage. That's number 20, Lucan. Anthony Lucan of the Evan Hardy Souls in Saskatoon. There's a penalty on the play.
We've got a timeout called by Saskatchewan to stop the clock. Yeah, and I think, they're just trying to save time, giving themselves an opportunity to set up a return. As you create a special teams playbook, you're going to have some of those returns. You're going to have some of those plays that you really need to execute. And this is the time they need to get something big. If they can take it to the house, it puts them in an opportunity to try to find a way to get 3 more points. But again, now's the time for the Saskatchewan special teams coach to earn his paycheck. Although he's probably not getting paid to do this. He needs to earn that volunteer time stuff, I guess, and really make a play for Saskatchewan. And now it's going to require discipline on the side of Saskatchewan to make sure they get their blocks, to maintain their blocks, and not get a holding and take away a possible big play here.
Brian Gibbert, the head coach of Team Saskatchewan, talking over this play right now. Team Manitoba doing the same as they get ready. 2:05 to go in the football game. A very entertaining ball game here in Game 1 of the U16 Western Challenge, Football Canada. You're on footballcanada.tv. Big kick by Team Manitoba. There's still life for Team Saskatchewan here. Green to kick this ball away. Bad snap. Great kick by Green to get that ball away. And it will scoot out of bounds right in front of number 24, Justin Parks. So Sean Green with another good kick, especially, bad snap, but was able to get that kick away. And now Team Saskatchewan will start with 1:58 to go in the football game. They'll start from their own 40, and it's do or die time now for Team Saskatchewan.
It is, and they need to understand it doesn't mean they have to throw every ball deep. They need to get stuff underneath, catch and run. They have athletes. They can make plays. They just need to be efficient, and they need to get on the line of scrimmage each and every time.
Here's Zakic now at quarterback, out of the shotgun. 4 receivers to the near side. There's that wide receiver screen out to Weeb, but a minimal gain on the play. Good open field tackle by the Team Manitoba defender in front of the Team Manitoba bench. Team Saskatchewan now going into the hurry-up. 1:50 to go here in the football game. Team Saskatchewan trying to fight back. They're going to go up top to Weeb again, down that near sideline, and just incomplete. Of course, Weeb with Team Saskatchewan's only touchdown. And, of course, he's the number 1 target of Zakic this afternoon. He's had a fantastic afternoon. Just out of his reach, and once again, good defense by Team Manitoba, number 22.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting no call, because often if you guy's putting his hands up and not turning his head, sometimes they'll call screening, but the ball may be far enough out of bounds that it didn't make a difference.
Zakic now. 3rd and long. Pass down the middle and caught. Complete and into Manitoba territory. Number 87, Carson Dirksen. The slant pattern across the middle, good concentration.
And Saskatchewan's offensive line is doing a good job of getting time for the quarterback. They need to continue to move the ball. They need to continue to look for those type of plays. They don't have to get it all in once, but a few big chunks is going to get the job done.
Hurry up offense, 43-yard line, inside Manitoba territory. Zakic now got Weeb wide open in a fight for the football, and flags on the play as Owen Miller and Weeb get tangled up. 2 flags right in the area. And it looks like, when Weeb pulled him down, looks like the penalty was, it could be against 85. 1:23 to go here. Team Manitoba leads by 10. Team Saskatchewan on the move inside Manitoba territory, but it is an unnecessary roughness call.
Well, interesting call because I actually thought it was a pretty good job of a receiver making a play to make sure it doesn't get picked off. Now, I couldn't tell from here if he got him with the face mask, if he grabbed his helmet. But again, your job, if you're not catching the ball, is make sure you retain possession. He retained possession for Saskatchewan. Unfortunately, it's going to move the ball back a little bit.
And that's the number one rule of a receiver. If you can't get it, you have to make sure the defender doesn't get it either. So officials are talking this over with the Manitoba captains. Looks like it will be, we know they called it on number 82. It's actually number 85, Daniel Weeb, who was called on the unnecessary roughness penalty in that fight for the football. So it'll now be first and a very long.
And what you're seeing from the Manitoba defense is you see the 2 defenders in the middle of the field. That's what we call a cover 2. Sometimes you can drop 2 more to join them and make it a cover 4, but essentially what you want is you want to take away any big play. So you've got now guys splitting the field because your wide receivers are doing the damage on Saskatchewan, and so they need to take away more parts of the field.
It was 2nd and 11. It's now 2nd and 26. Here's Zakic now down the seam in traffic, and he tried to fit that ball into Braun, number 6, but double coverage there, and the pass falls incomplete with 1:19 to go. And Team Saskatchewan, no choice. They're going to go for it here on 3rd and 26.
Yeah, it was a good choice to try to get back some of those yardages. Now they're going to have to rely on a big play, and that defense actually looks very similar to what you often see in the CFL called a match defense. Linebackers are jumping in and outnumbering the receivers on both sides of the field, and you can see here it's pretty soft, hoping for a penalty or a great play.
Just a 3-man front. Weeb looks for the penalty there. And with 1:15 to go, that pass falls incomplete. Weeb and Owen Miller, number 22, have had a tremendous battle. And when you're a corner, sometimes you don't win. You have to, it's the loneliest position in sports. And Owen Miller has won this one in the second half. But he's given up some. Weeb, it's been one of those individual battles in a football game that's been a lot of fun to watch. Number 22, Owen Miller, and number 85, Daniel Weeb. So with 1:15 to go here in the football game, Team Manitoba up by 10. They're inside Team Saskatchewan territory at the 52-yard line of Team Saskatchewan in the all-white uniforms. Team Manitoba in the all-black. 1:15 to go here. Kevin Donnan on footballcanada.tv along with Rob Harrod, head coach of the Millwoods Christian Academy football team. Enjoying his summer. And number 66 for Team Saskatchewan, Dimitro Kramish, meets the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. Big takedown. About a 3-yard loss, bring up 2nd and 13. So, as I mentioned, you're a teacher, you're a coach. You must be enjoying your summer right now.
I am. Nice weather and watching
Beautiful
football.
weather.
It doesn't get any better.
I was going to say.
I get the CFL games on the weekend. We got minor football going on during the week, and we got the best from Western Canada playing here. So, yes, I'm enjoying my days off and enjoying the rest.
Absolutely.
I'm still kind of in full speed mode, though. It takes me usually about a week right now to kind of to gear down a little bit.
Well, that's right.
I'm
on vacation now. That's right. Well, with 1:11 to go, Team Manitoba wants to close this one out. They're 2nd and 13. And I think you're going to look at, Team Saskatchewan is going to get fed a steady diet of Negus Lewin, who's got 2 touchdowns today, a 10-yard run and a 3-yard run. had 120 yards at half. Certainly going to be one of the players considered for the MVP of this game if you're on Team Manitoba. Lewin's had a spectacular football game. Van Norman out of the shotgun, handoff straight up the middle. That's to Salant, number 26, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 13 with 1:06 to go.
Yeah, and again, they're playing the clock game here with very little time left. You know, Saskatchewan may get the ball back, but they're going to get the ball back in a situation where they have about 2, maybe 3 plays to score, because now it's obviously a 2-score game. But again, a blocked punt. They've had troubles with the snaps. You got to send the house and hope for the best. But we got to have aggressive guys on the defensive line. The last one, I mean, he was able. The punter ended up dropping the ball, or the ball skipped off the ground. He was able to pick it up and still get the ball off. You got to get guys aggressive. You guys got wanting to get that block punt right now.
Sean Green now to kick this one away, and it's nearly blocked. Did a great job just to get it away. Takes a Manitoba bounce along the far sideline, Justin Park, and he's taken down at the 36, and another late flag, this time from the referee in the middle of the field. He obviously saw something that he didn't like. There is a Manitoba player shaken up on the far side. We'll take a look at the call here.
Well, I think Jaden Dooley and Mackay Salant were kind of going after it, or going at it right to the end of the play, and one of them got thrown down. So I'm imagining it's on one of the two of them.
It is an unnecessary roughness call. That'll back things up. That'll take things down to about their own, I'd say about their own 20 or 19, where they'll start 1st and 10 with just 55 seconds to go. Referee checking on the injury here on the far sideline on the Manitoba player. They are going to proceed, it looks. Well, no, it looks like the referee's going to wait on this as the player is very close to the sideline. So this is a good call by the officials to wait this one out.
In a provincial game that the kids are excited, a rivalry that's reflected through the university ranks, through the junior ranks, through the CFL. Obviously, there's passion and frustration, and that's the kind of penalty you're going to see. I mean, those kids want to do everything they can to help their team, and it's a physical game, and that's really, you know, you're going to see some of that because it's an aggressive game, because you want to see these guys do as best they can.
Good hand for Dwayne Niapu, who was shaken up on the play number 2 for Manitoba. Nice little catch out by Braun as he had to turn around and slide. Good play by number 6, Tiernan Braun. And that is a first down for Team Saskatchewan. Spot the ball at the 31. 50 seconds to go here in the football game. Saskatchewan down by 10. It's miracle time now. Here's Park, number 24, looking for space. Tries to cut back into the middle, and he'll pick up about 7. Up to the Team Saskatchewan 38, so that'll bring up 2nd and 3 with 37 seconds to go in the football game.
These are the type of plays I would have liked to see on the last Saskatchewan drive, not trying to take it all at once, but moving the ball down the field.
Timeout call by Team Manitoba, and it has been a very entertaining football game, but that's going to happen when you get the best players from 2 provinces together, and that's what we've got for you. We've got 3 games remaining. We've got the nightcap of this U16 Western Challenge doubleheader at 7 o'clock. Team BC will take on Team Alberta right here at Footfield, so don't move a muscle on footballcanada.tv. Kevin Donnan along with Rob Harrod, happy to call this first semifinal between Team Saskatchewan and Team Manitoba. Team Manitoba with a mix of big plays on offense and defense. Broke out to a big lead in the first half. Team Saskatchewan tried to fight back, but this Team Manitoba defense was just too much in this second half. There's a pass across the middle. Braun in and out of his hands. But a 4-receiver set. They overload to the right side. And Braun, the underneath receiver, just through his hands. So that'll bring up 3rd and 3. And Zakich, you got to give a lot of credit to the number 5 of Team Saskatchewan to come off the bench, throw a touchdown pass after a pretty devastating injury. We didn't think he'd come back into the football game. There's a first down. Speaking of great players in this game, that's Daniel Wiebe, number 85. All he's done is get first downs today. Here's Zakich, tall in the pocket. Daniel Wiebe, nice little play to get extra yardage. And he's been Team Saskatchewan's best player this afternoon. Good catch by Braun. Big hit by number 53 and number 11 of the team man. Dylan Normand in on that hit.
It's hard not to think about how if Zakich didn't go out in early parts of this game, how that could have influenced the production of the Saskatchewan offense. Obviously, they're able to move the ball here. Very different circumstances, soft coverage. But still, nonetheless, would he have been able to move the ball, generate a few more points, and put him in an opportunity here to actually win the game or tie the game?
11 seconds left in the football game now. Final seconds. Here's Zakich. And he just throws the ball out of bounds with 1 second remaining. So we want to congratulate head coach Jeff Reddy and Team Manitoba for earning a spot in the gold medal game on Saturday afternoon right here at Foot Field at 2 o'clock. Team Manitoba with a solid performance here, both on offense and defense. Negus Lewin, the big star. Here's Zakich. Final play of the football game, deep down the near side, and the pass falls incomplete. No flags on the play, and Team Manitoba has come away with a 20-10 victory over Team Saskatchewan here in Game 1 of the U16 Western Challenge here on footballcanada.tv. We want to thank you for joining us here in Game 1 of the 2018 Football Canada U16 Western Challenge. Team Manitoba has earned a spot in Saturday's gold medal game at 2 p.m. right here at Foot Field with a 20-10 win over Team Saskatchewan. Coming up later tonight, we will have Game 2 between Team BC and Team Alberta. They will kick off tonight at 7 o'clock or in a little over half an hour's time. So on behalf of Rob Harrod, our crew of Tom, Daphne, Jillian, Logan, Leanne, and Choi, I would like to thank you for joining us here at the 2018 Football Canada U16 Western Challenge. And please stay with us tonight and on Saturday, where we will have the bronze and gold medal games at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. But tonight we've got the nightcap of this doubleheader this evening. Team BC taking on Team Alberta at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining us at the U16 Western Challenge, and have a pleasant evening from Foot Field.
That's 45, okay? Go that one. Good running back. Are we taking buckets off? Yeah, buckets off.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join us in congratulating both teams on an outstanding performance and a great game. Would you draw your attention to midfield? We will commence the presentations of the most valuable player awards to both teams. Presenting these awards are Frank Nassa, President of BC Provincial Football Association, and Neil Garrison, President of CDMFA. The winner of the Offensive Player of the Game Award for Saskatchewan, number 85, Daniel Wiebe. Defensive Player of the Game for Manitoba. Number 20, Nick is Lewis.
There you go, Lucas.
Winner Defensive Player of the Game award for Saskatchewan. Number 20, Anthony Lucan. Winner of the Defensive Player of the Game award for Manitoba. Number 53, Jason Shashan. Congratulations. And the host team and defending champions, Team Alberta, coming up at 7 p.m. Stay tuned for more 2018 Football Canada U16 Western Challenge action. Thank you for your attention.